are now watching Demeech.
So Nintendo announced yesterday that they're gonna drop a trailer for 3D World plus Bowser's Fury today, and it's finally here, it came out. We're here to discuss what we thought of it, give our first impressions, and just overall, what this trailer really showed off, and what we think it could mean for the Mario series. So I'm gonna let you go first because, wow, there's a lot to say here.
Yeah, first off, I don't think I was expecting much, and I think from our predictions, there was really nothing to really discuss concretely. So to be so surprised by a 2-minute trailer, with things that we'll discuss, we'll talk about, was pretty insane. Like the things that we saw, I think we knew that it was going to be a little bit more open from the first teaser, but I wasn't expecting Breath of the Wild type of open. Like I was thinking Odyssey, but this is a whole new level.
Yeah, and that's what I really noticed with this trailer and what it showed off, because I thought it'd be kind of like an Odyssey level or maybe a collection of challenges, but from what I've seen, this is kind of going in a different direction for 3D Mario, where it's still 3D World where you have the power-ups and stuff, but the level looks really open, and I don't think it'll be the size of Breath of the Wild, but I do think in a sense, it'll be one big level instead of a bunch of smaller ones. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I guess what I meant by Breath of the Wild was like one big interconnected world. Not as big as Breath of the Wild, obviously, but I mean, from what we saw on the trailer, all these different shrines are connected in one main hub world, right?
Right.
It's up to you to travel to them. So it's interesting. It's like, I told you this after we watched the trailer, but it's almost like if 3D World and Odyssey had a baby.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I saw it, because it had the power-ups and art style of 3D World, but kind of looked like gameplay of Odyssey. Like, the thing I noticed is you're collecting these cat things, kind of like moons or stars.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the goal is, to collect those, and then you gotta defeat Bowser. But
That's what it seems like. So that's why I say Odyssey, because it's basically a collectathon with the gameplay of 3D World, which, if this was 3D World in the first place, I'm just saying.
Look,
just
we got
saying.
Odyssey now.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Would have been cool, but you know what? Getting it now is really neat as well. So I guess we were way off with the character prediction, and we don't even know if this is a playable character yet, because again, this was just a 2-minute trailer. It was nothing in depth, but Bowser Jr. is joining you along for this adventure, which is strange because I guess, I don't remember if he teamed up with him in the RPGs, but maybe aside from those, we've never teamed up with Bowser Jr. in a game before. So what are your thoughts on that? I think it's personally really cool and really unexpected.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I never expected that. It turns out that Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush from the Super Nintendo World artwork had more to do with than just what we thought. And
Right.
I'm not sure if he's playable or not, but it's really cool that they're teaming up, so I'm assuming that Bowser is doing something really bad, which is interesting. And I can't wait to see more of what this story unfolds for us.
I think it's really interesting that, he was not, like, Bowser Jr. was not in the main 3D World campaign, and now he's in this extra mode. So, I mean, this is speculation for another game, but can we see Bowser Jr. return for maybe an Odyssey 2? I mean, that's a discussion for another day, but the fact that they're bringing him back, it may speak to the future of things that we might see in future Mario games.
Exactly. Now that we talked about some of our observations, I'm curious to know what you thought of it in its entirety. I mean, I kind of have a general idea, but just overall, what did you think of Bowser's Fury?
Well, it's nothing like what I expected. I think based on rumors, I was expecting it to be kind of like you go to like these different cat shrines and you complete these challenges and that was it. this is way more than what I expected. Like I was not expecting this much new stuff. I was not expecting this big of an open world. There were some new like cat buddies that were near Mario, so there's new characters as well. It honestly gave me Mario Sunshine vibes, and I'm not just saying that because of Bowser Jr., though he does help, but there's just so much water around the islands and stuff like that. It just really feels like a proper 3D Mario, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. And overall, I thought this looked really, really cool. It looks like something I would have not expected. I mean, we kind of had an idea it would be more open world, but I was really impressed with the amount of creativity here from Bowser Jr., all the cat theming. This looks really cool, and I could say that this would probably be worth double dipping for.
I mean, I already did yesterday, so I was kind of crossing my fingers that I didn't waste my money for nothing. But what did you think of, well, I guess Giga Bowser's canon now because we just saw something like that in this trailer, and Mario's giving Supersonic a run for his money now, apparently.
Yeah, that was really cool right there. I just hope they're not spoiling too much, but overall,
Yeah.
we just wanted to get some of our first impressions out. We're definitely going to discuss this game more in depth. We just wanted to get our initial thoughts out there. And I gotta say, Nintendo's 2021's already off to a pretty good start.
I'd say so too. I hope, because it seems like they're not doing directs anymore, unfortunately. I hope that we get more news soon on what 2021 is going to be like, just because while this is cool, and this will be the February game, we don't know what's happening after then. So, yeah. Hopefully, we're off to a good start, though. We're off to a really good start.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. I'm Demeech.
And I'm Ty the Guy.
And keep calm and da-da on.